Dear students, under the basic mathematics and statistics subject, we have learned about normal distribution. Then I think you have used those videos. Then today we will go to applications in the set distribution. Then under that we have to do one sum. We read the example 1. Assume that we have a sample of 500 butterflies. The body length of the butterflies are normally distributed with population mean of 70 mm and SD of or standard deviation of 4 mm. Then they ask in questions. The first question is how many butterflies have their body length greater than 75 mm. The second question, how many butterflies have their body length less than or equal to 60 mm. Then the third question, how many butterflies have their body lengths between 68 millimeter and 72 millimeter? Then we will solve this one by one. Then before doing the sum, we will draw this situation. Then we all know that it is given the population mean of 70 millimeter. Then we can draw the situation. Then mean we have to draw at very mid level and middle level. Then this is the mean 70 millimeter. 70 millimeter. This is the normal distribution curve. Now we'll go to the first question. Then how many butterflies have their body lengths greater than 75 millimeter? Then we all know the mean is 70 millimeter in the normal distribution and 75 millimeter is somewhere here, and we have to find the how many butterflies greater than their body length greater than 75 millimeter somewhere here, this portion. Then for that, what is the very first thing we have to do? We have to convert this normal distribution values into standard normal distribution values or Z-score values. Then we all know the mean 70 millimeter in the standard normal distribution of Z-score, it should be 0. Then 75 millimeter we need to convert to the Z-score values. For that we have to use this equation. What is the equation? Z equal x minus mu divided by standard deviation. You all know x means 75, no? X means 75 minus mean of the population, that is 70, and divided by standard deviation given as 4 millimeter. Then divided by 4. Then you are getting what? Z-score for the 75, that is 1.25. After doing this sum, you can get the answer of 1.25. Therefore, Z-score for the 75 millimeter is 1.25. Then what you need to do, you need to get the Z-score, the portion in the standard normal distribution higher than the 1.25 Z-score. Then we'll see how can find that value. Then see now, then you all know from the earlier videos you have learned there are two halves here. Then one half is 0.5 probability and other half is 0.5 probability. Then we all know here there is 0.5 probability in the plus side. Then from 0 to 1.25 in Z-score, we are getting the value from the table. Then 1.25 value, if you are getting 1.25 value, you can get from 0 to 1.25 probability. Then for that you have to use this standard normal curve table. Then 1.2, you have to go 1.2 From here you have to get the 0.05. Then you are getting the answer 0.3944. 0.3944. Then from 0 to 1.25 Z value, then area under the curve is 0.3944, or probability from 0 to 1.25 is the 0.3944. But you have to find above that. Then for that, you all know this total half is the 0.5 probability. Then you have to remove the 0.3944 from 0.5. Then you can get the probability greater than 1.25 Z-core. That means 75 millimeter, more than body length of 75 millimeter. Then the answer is what? 0.5 minus 0.3944 equal 0.1056. Then how many butterflies? The probability of greater than the body length of 75 millimeter is 0.1056. Then there are 500 butterflies. Then out of 500 you have to find this probability. Then you can get the number of butterflies. Then 500 multiplied by the probability of getting the butterflies greater than the body length of 75 millimeter. Then if you multiply this 500 by the 0.1056, you are getting the number of butterflies. That is 52.8. That is approximately it is like 53 butterflies. Then therefore there are about 53 butterflies. Their body length is greater than 75 millimeter. Here it is very clear. Here it is very clear how we got the answer for the 1 point. It said for 1.25. 1.2 from here and 1.2505 from here. Then we are getting the value 0.3944. Then that is the method of using this table. You have to understand that well. Then here, then you all know the mean, population mean is 70 millimeter, and they are asking how many butterflies have their body length less than or equal to 60. 60 is somewhere here. 60 is somewhere here. And then we have to find less than. Less than means somewhere here, from here to here. Then we all know this left half is, the probability of left half is 0.5 or 50% of probability. Then we have to find from 70 millimeter to 60 millimeter, what is the probability you need to find. For that, what you need to do, you need to convert this normal distribution values into standard distribution, standard normal distribution values or Z-core values. Then what is the very first thing you need to do then? You need to convert these values into Z-core values. And you all know 70 millimeter, if we convert into Z-core value, that is mean of the population, that is 0 in Z-core. But 60 millimeter we have to find by using the equation, and we will see how to find it. And we will see here we need to convert 60 millimeter above in the normal distribution, 60 millimeter into standard normal distribution value or Z value with the use of this equation. Z equal x minus mu, mu mean population mean, divided by sigma standard deviation. Then 60 minus population mean is 70 divided by 4. Then 10 divided by 4 mean minus 2.5. That is minus, it is in the minus side, minus side. Then what we need to do, we all know Then probability of this half is 0.5. We have to remove from 0.5. Then this probability from 0 to minus 2.5, there is some probability and area under the curve. That area under the curve we need to find by using standard normal distribution curve, set distribution curves. Then we will find what is the value for that. Then we can easily get the minus 2.5 value. Then that is plus minus, it is never mind. You have to get the 2.5. The value for the 2.5 Z-co is the 0.4938 probability. That is the area under the curve from 0 to 2.5. That is 0.4938. Then here we found from 0 to 2.5, from probability from 0 to 2.5 is 0.4938. Then what we need to do, then this total is 0.5 probability. We have to remove 0.4938 from 0.5. Then you are getting the answer 0.0062. Then we have to find how many butterflies with the body length of less than or equal to 60 millimeter. Then number of butterflies 500. We have to multiply it by this probability. Then we are getting 6.2, and that is closely, it should be 6 butterflies. Then 6 butterflies should be the body length less than or equal to 60 millimeter. We'll go to the last question. That is how many butterflies. Okay, we'll go to the last question. How many butterflies have their body lengths between 68 millimeter and 72 millimeter? In between, then we'll draw the situation. This is the mean, that is 70. Then this is 72, this is 68. Then we need to find what is the probability of getting the butterflies, their body length between 68 millimeter to 72 millimeter, in between these two. And this is the area under the curve. Then just you need to convert these values into Z-co values. Now when you convert these 68 and 72 values into Z-co values, you can find the answer is getting Z minus 0.5 and plus 0.5. Then the same thing we applied by using this equation. You need to substitute these values into the particular values, and we got the answers. Okay, as earlier. Then we'll see. Then what is the probability from 0 to 0.5? What is the probability from 0 to 0.5? Then from 0 to 0.5, then same values may come for the both sides. We'll see now. Then we'll see. Then we have to get two values here. We need to consider from 0 to minus 0.5 and 0 to 0.5. Then if we are getting 0 to 0.5 mean one value, then area under the curve from 0 to 0.5 is 0.1914. Then that is in the minus side. Then plus side also same. Then what we need to do, we need to add these two together to find in between 68 and 72 millimeter body length. Then the answer is 0.3828. Then to get the number of butterflies with the body length between 68 millimeter and 72 millimeter, we need to multiply this by 500. Then we are getting about 191 butterflies. Then like that we did all three questions, very easy. Then slowly follow this video, then you can understand. Okay, dear students, now we finished applications in the set distribution. Next next video. From next video, we'll do the hypothesis testing. That is the last one. Then you need to follow these all the lecture notes. Then it is very easy for you to face for your examinations. Then goodbye, students.